When it comes to pickling, it's one of the commonly used methods for making Chinese cold dishes. In a narrow sense, it refers to salt pickling, that is, a method of putting salt into the raw material or coating its surface. However, in a broad sense, according to the different seasoning, it also includes sugar pickling, liquor pickling, and lees pickling. So, what is the method of sugar pickling or honeydew technique? The so-called honeydew refers to a pickling method that white sugar with crystal sugar or honey are added with water, and then put it with the ingredients. It's made through the medium or low heat to make the sugar juice thick and the ingredients soft and sweet. Generally, there are 3 honeydew making methods. First, boiling the ingredient directly with water and sugar. Second, add water and honey to dissolve and then the ingredients. Third, steam the ingredients until they are cooked. Then add white sugar or crystal sugar, and it's better to add some honey. Next, we will introduce the classic dish of pickling method, honeydew cherry tomato. When it comes to the honeydew cherry tomato, it's a common thing on people's dinner table. The big reason is that the process of making honeydew cherry tomato isn't very complicated, but it requires a lot of patience and carefulness. To make a long story short, let's learn how to make the honeydew cherry tomato. Step 1. Prepare the ingredients. The main ingredients are cherry tomatoes and Hami melon. The condiments are honey, white sugar, osmanthus fragrans. Step 2. Enter the process of production. First of all, choose high-quality cherry tomatoes and wash them with clean water and set aside for later use. Next, pour an appropriate amount of water into the pot. Then add cherry tomatoes and bring to a boil for 1 to 2 minutes. This will make it easier to peel, and then take them out and let them cool for later use.
And
put the cleaned tomatoes in a pot of boiling water to cook well. Its purpose is to remove the heat off the skin of cherry tomatoes so as to make them tastier in the process of pickling. When heating, the water must be boiled. As long as the skin of the tomato is cracked, it must be taken out. Okay, pour them into a bowl and peel off their skin. Step 3. Pickling cherry tomatoes. Put the hot tomatoes into the sweetened juice for soaking and make the marinating area as much as possible to ensure that the sugar juice is well absorbed. Let's marinate the hot tomatoes with honey and white sugar. And let's marinate them for 10 hours. Besides, here comes step 4. After 10 hours, we need to load the plate. The cherry tomatoes with honey juice. In addition to its beautiful appearance, great attention should be paid to maintaining the cleanness of the food. After marinating, we'll plate the cherry tomatoes. We will put the few melons on the cherry tomatoes and then sprinkle with sweet osmanthus. Next, the last process, step 5, plating and the displaying of the final products.
好，我们在最后进行的摆盘。
Match the small plate with the large one and put the decorative green leaves and green plants on it. To be exact, the Honeydew cherry tomato is characterized by its cool and refreshing sweet and sour. Let's summarize the key points of pickling the Honeydew cherry tomatoes.
糖腌原料一般选用
Brittle edible fruits or vegetables are selected as the raw materials for sugar pickling. The acidity and the sweetness of sugar pickling should be well controlled and the concentration should be appropriate. Second, when making cherry tomatoes for sugar pickling, don't overheat them. Cherry tomato, also known as virgin fruit or mini tomato, as its name suggests, is much smaller than a regular tomato. Beyond that, it can be tasted as fruit and eaten as a vegetable, so it can become one of the preferred raw materials for honeydew. In fact, the materials of honeydew dishes are widely used, including fresh fruits, dried fruits, as well as rootstock vegetables, and even animal materials and edible fungi. For example, fruit materials include honeydew papayas, honeydew bananas, and honeydew red dates. Vegetables include honeydew bitter gourds, honeydew lotus root, and honeydew red carrots. And animals include honeydew chicken wings, honeydew pork chops, and honeydew stewed squids, and so on. All in all, the honeydew cherry tomato is a sweet food praised by the domestic public. It is delicious and not greasy. You will feel super satisfied once you taste a bit. This dish is bright red, sweet and delicious, soft and fragrant. Moreover, it's a mindful cuisine with vivid expectations and make people eager to taste more than enough delicacies.